Alright, so boom, this is what we gonna do. Y'all been asking me, so here it go. How to make some money as a songwriter on Fiverr. And is Fiverr still worth using in 2026? Now, before I even get into telling you how, I'm already gonna tell you, yes, Fiverr is still worth it in 2026. Even though I have personally not been using it for the last, I haven't been really on it heavy in the last 6 months. Like, the only orders I do on Fiverr is my residual clients. I would say still for new freelancers and new songwriters, Fiverr is definitely worth it to get into and get your burn. Obviously, when I started songwriting, my entryway into the industry was Fiverr. Fiverr created so many opportunities to me that I can't ever knock Fiverr in life or be ungrateful. Fiverr got me my equipment. Fiverr got me trips. Fiverr got me in the rooms with people, actual people in the industry. Fiverr got me recognized in multiple occasions. Fiverr actually got me a music award. A lot of the things I did or my musical achievements came off the back of Fiverr. So I ain't even gonna sit here and cap like Fiverr ain't worth a damn. But I will say what made me fall back from Fiverr is that the algorithmic changes at the time that they were making them, they didn't sit well with me, it didn't resonate, so I decided to step back because I was making revenue off of music in other places and other avenues. But because y'all were asking me so much, yo, how do I get into songwriting? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I make money? Y'all inspired me to actually go on a little run to see if I can make 50 to 100K within a year. I really, man, shoot for the stars, bro. See if I can make 100K in a year on Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? Or a songwriting, period. That's gonna be the challenge that I'm gonna go through with y'all. And I'm going to go through a couple steps of how to get on Fiverr. So first, how do you even get started with Fiverr? Chapter 1, you make a seller account. When you make the seller account, obviously you get to put what's called gigs on Fiverr. Now, gigs is the services that you're going to offer. Let me see if I actually have it on the screen. Let me see if I can get it on the screen for you real quick, right? You go on Fiverr, you go to this page, you got your gigs page, right? Piece of game, piece of advice. When you go and make a gig, go ahead and make multiple. Obviously, why? Because you get more impressions if you have multiple gigs. Example, I have 615 impressions on one, 179, 68, 65, 29, 11. Imagine if I only had that 615. Now I got a whole nother, like, what, 400, 500 impressions just between all my gigs. That's still more people that see me. So more opportunities to get clicks. Obviously, more opportunities to clicks, more clicks equal more money. So always go ahead and put yourself in the best position to go ahead and get you some money. Obviously, I ain't been on this website for a minute. My gigs are not optimized, so my gigs are probably not being pushed. That's why my impressions are so low. My impressions are usually in the thousands to tens of thousands. But Fiverr knows as well as I know, I ain't been fucking with them like that. We gonna change that though. So now till we get back here. So after you create your gig, obviously you're gonna go ahead and set your pricing. You're gonna set your description. You're gonna use your gig images and you're gonna make it look like a real gig. Please make yourself look like a serious artist. I've been seeing people get on here and posting pictures of them with they homeboys or nothing music related, but they want to be taken serious as a songwriter. If you want to go ahead and be taken serious, make sure your page looks appealing. You need appealing thumbnails with you in the studio. Put a thumbnail, go on Canva. Please don't use ChatGPT. ChatGPT really does like deter people from using your service. Please do not use no AI generated images because they're going to think you an AI artist. You go ahead, go on Canva, put up like, yo, what your achievements are, all that. And a picture of you with a mic in your hand, picture of you behind the mic in the studio with the phone, with the booth and all that looking nice. Just make yourself look serious. You are a business at the end of the day. Treat yourself as such. Please do not put yourself with no weird pictures or you on a farm or you on the block posted up shiesty looking like a YN. Make yourself look like a serious songwriter. Treat yourself like a business because this is a business. We're here to generate revenue. We are here to generate revenue. Remember that. So once you create your gig, cool. You're going to go ahead and focus on booking your first gig. Now, I need you to understand, this is not a get rich quick scheme. I'll say it again. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You're going to have patience and perseverance before you start making money. My fault, little parts. I've been talking all day. You're going to want to have some patience and perseverance because it might take a while for you to get your first order because Fiverr pushes you out also based upon how many reviews you have, how many positive reviews you have. And you might ask, yo, Reek, well, how the hell I'm gonna get some reviews if I don't even have any orders? Here's the method. I hit up 5 of my friends, had them make Fiverr accounts and put reviews and put reviews on my joint, right? If you don't have friends, I would say just for the first couple of gigs, price it a little bit lower, a little bit more reasonable, or go ahead and buy the reviews. Honestly, for me, bro, I just gave my friends a little bit of chicken, made my money. For the people who don't know, chicken means money in this scenario. I gave my friends a couple of dollars. I made my gigs $5. I know that Fiverr charges a fee, so I gave my friends each $10 to put some reviews on it, make the account and put five-star reviews on an order. And what that also did was, because they all did them, I had them do them all at different times. So I had somebody do one at like 1 p.m., then another one do one at like 5 p.m., then I waited the next day and the next day and the next day. And I got like 5 reviews, not the next day and the next day, but like 2 days. I made it look like I got 5 good reviews within 2 days to show Fiverr that it looked like I'm moving. So that way they start pushing my reviews to the front of the page and shit. That's a method, you know? So once you get your reviews and everything and you start having the orders roll in, once you get your first actual client, I need you to do your due diligence and knock that order out of the park. Do what the client asks. Stay in communication with the client. Don't rush their project, but finish it fast and finish it with quality. But again, the most important part is communicating and doing what the client wants, because the more 5-star reviews you have, the better. I think the lowest rating of like a review I had was 4 stars. And they even said in the review, it was perfect. They just gave me 4 stars for some reason. Bastard. But anyway, boom, once you get your reviews, you're in the green. You are in the green. But there's things to watch out for too. So not every client experience is going to be positive. I repeat, not every client experience is going to be positive. At the end of the day, this is still customer service. If you ever worked in retail, if you ever worked in food service, if you ever worked at a call center, if you ever worked anywhere where you got to deal with people, you know that not every customer interaction is a pleasant one. So don't let that be the end of the world if you don't have a pleasant interaction every time. What you need to do is focus on giving the best product, because bad reviews may be inevitable. I won't say inevitable. You can avoid bad reviews for the most part, but sometimes people also be going through life. Cancellations are a thing, and bad reviews and cancellations are very hard by Fiverr to dispute. So I would try to avoid those as much as possible. I've had people cancel on me because they didn't have the money or they didn't have the budget that they thought they did. And a bonus round, right? Please do not underprice yourself. If you underprice yourself, clients are going to try you. Do not make your gig $5 forever. Please make your gig a reasonable price. And I would say charge what you're worth, because I'll say this, my $50 clients have always proven to be more difficult than my $1,000 clients. I've had both. Now I don't get up out the bed for less than $150 on Fiverr, and that's just for the hook. For me to build out a full song for you, that's $1,000 where I'm producing, songwriting for you, ghostwriting it. We get on Zoom, practice it, give you some artist development, everything. I do everything. One-stop shop, one-stop management company. Get with me if you need some songwriting for yourself too. But yeah, that's just the inevitable. So you want to make sure that you're giving a great product out. You want to make sure that you're giving out the best possible output, the best possible effort. So that's really just the 3 main steps of becoming a songwriter on Fiverr. Is setting up the gig, setting your pricing, getting your first booking, and then just letting the ball roll. But it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes patience, it takes time, but once that ball starts rolling, it starts rolling. But you do have to water this plant. It's not like back in the day where organic reach is a thing now. Once they implemented ads, you know they're going to want you to pay for some ads, or you're going to have to make that gig so appealing that it catches the people's attention, right? Because they also push based upon what like every other app, TikTok, Instagram, it's an algorithm. They want to keep people on the website as long as possible. Why? Because the longer you're on the site, the higher likelihood that somebody's going to be spending money. At the end of the day, this is a business. Cool. And a bonus round, speaking of running ads, I would refrain from running ads until you realize how your gig is doing organically to see if you want to scale your business up with ads or not. Now, obviously, I made some money with ads. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up for you real quick. In my entire time, my entire tenure with Fiverr, let's see where the ad spend is at. On Fiverr ads, I generated $12,274.25 in revenue with ads while spending $1,879.37. That's in 61 orders, and that is with 76,000 impressions, right? 76,000 impressions is a lot, my fault. 76,000 impressions is a lot to get only 61 orders, but just so you have like let's see what kind of average that is though. Right, so in 12,1274 and 25 cents divided by 61. So with ads, I was averaging 200. Go ahead, focus. Go ahead and focus. Bro, I don't care. $201.21. $201.21 on was the average order I was getting as far as my songwriting services, which is decent. I could have made more if I scaled my business up a little bit earlier, but that's just to show like what can be made on here versus people who've been songwriting for $0.00. And this just all goes to show that Fiverr is profitable. Fiverr can be profitable. So what we're gonna do now is that I showed you how to get started. You're gonna start with me. I'm gonna go on a challenge. I'm going on a run to see if I can be back profitable on Fiverr. I'm gonna give myself 30 days to be back profitable. Y'all gotta give me a goal right now. You know what? I think I'm gonna set a goal for myself. I think I'm gonna go like for the first 30 days. I need 10 bands. I need 10 bands. I need 10 bands. I'm gonna be ambitious with it. 10 bands. 10 bands independent, right? Just on some calm. See if I can get my business back started up. And I'm gonna take y'all on the journey with me. But with that being said, I hope everybody has gotten some insight about how to make money on Fiverr, how to get started. Subscribe for more content. Like the video. And yeah, bro, don't let not being signed stop you from making money, bro. We can all eat, bro. It's enough money on the internet for all of us. Don't starve out here, bro. It's ways to get, as long as you got vocal cords in the phone, vocal cords in the computer, vocal cords, period, you can make some money. Best of luck to y'all. Y'all have a good day.